Trend news: Buhari under hot fire for awarding $61 million and 16 billion naira contracts despite living in 4 days. See why. You're welcome to today's news and thank you for tuning in to this channel. But kindly subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button and also the bell for more updates. Now to the news details. Please listen carefully to the end. President Muhammadu Buhari has authorized significant financial allocations for transmission line materials and substation contracts in Nigeria. During a recent Federal Executive Council meeting, the President approved a sum of $61.5 million and 16.73 billion naira is equivalent to $40.5 million for the procurement of transmission line materials and the award of contracts for substations across the country. The Minister of Power, Abubakar Aliyu, confirmed the approval and provided further details regarding the allocations. Out of the total amounts, $6 million and the onshore components of 145 million naira will be utilized for the procurement of transmission line materials for reconductoring works at the Transmission Company of Nigeria. Additionally, a contract was awarded for the construction of a 15-kilometer turn-in, turn-out line for the exiting Akure-Ado-Ekiti 132 single-circuit transmission line at Akure 330, 132, 33 substations. The contract is valued at $2.5 million with an onshore component of 988.5 million naira. That is $2.4 million. The final memorandum presented during the meeting sought to design, supply, and install 132 32 kV substations and transmission lines in various locations across Nigeria. The contracts for those projects, amounting to a total of $53 million, offshore components, and 15.6 billion naira, that is $37.8 million onshore, were approved in favor of multiple contractors. These final allocations come amidst concerns raised regarding the timing of the contracts, as the Buhari-led government is nearing the end of its term. The report suggests that there may be suspicions of using these contracts as a means to divert public funds. It is worth noting that the contracts and appointments were made between March 20, 2023 and March 14, 2023, following the recent concluded presidential and governorship elections. According to available analysis, a total of over 3.7 trillion naira, that is $9 billion, in contracts were awarded during the specified period, indicating a substantial allocation of resources by the government. Some notable approvers include 453.9 billion naira, which is equivalent to $1.1 billion, for the acquisition of rolling stock and operation and maintenance equipment for the under construction Kano Maradi Standard Gauge Railway, as well as 5.16 billion naira, equivalent to $12.6 million, for the construction of 192 flats for officers and personnel of the National Drugs Law Enforcement Agency. Furthermore, the Federal Executive Council approved $984.7 million for the procurement of maintenance equipment for the Nigerian Railway Corporation and 210 billion naira, equivalent to $511 million, for various infrastructure projects. Those projects encompassed the provisions of free internet services at 20 airports, 43 higher education institutions, and 20 markets across the country, as well as funds for road projects and the continuation of the ongoing Ogoni clean-up. With these recent approvals, the Nigerian government has aimed to enhance the nation's power transmission capabilities and also the infrastructure development. Although concerns has actually been raised regarding the timing and the transparency of the contracts, because it is just few days to the end of his administration, and will they be able to complete this contracts before the end of his administration, and hope won't the next administration end all these contracts, because they will also need to pass bills, budgets for their own administration. It remains to be seen how the awarded projects will progress and contribute to Nigerians' overall development in the coming months. Just few days to the end of his tenure, the president is actually contracting projects out, projects of $61 million and also 16 billion naira to contractors building lands, railways, apartments, roads, just few days after his tenure. These are the things he is supposed to have done before now. Now he's doing it at the end of his tenure. We have come to the end of the news. What's your view? Do you think this contract can be achieved? Hope it is not being diverted to something else. Thank you for tuning in to the end. Enjoy the rest of your day.